Born and raised in Fulton County. I grew up in the city of Canton, which of course is the biggest city in the county. And the only time I've not lived in Fulton County is when I was away at college at Western Illinois University. One of the things I've always said about this career, you'll see people at their best, you'll see people at their worst, but you remember the best. People pitching in, helping, it's amazing. The worst thing that's ever happened, we lost a deputy, got shot and killed 2 years ago. And, even among all of the heartache and misery that goes along with that, the community outpouring of support was amazing. You couldn't go anywhere without people saying something, saying they're sorry. To this day, we still have businesses that have Deputy Chisholm signs in their windows, and that's what I'll always remember about being sheriff or doing any police work, is really the community support. We're one of the largest counties in the state. We got 874 square miles. So from tip to the other tip, if we're running hard, it's a half an hour getting from one side of the county to the other. And I suppose that's one thing that I did learn in this profession. In Fulton County, you don't have any backup. You're out there, you're close, the cities will come out and help us if they have somebody on, but you had better learn how to talk to people, because that's what's going to save you more than anything. It's just your ability to, talk to them, get them to do what you want to do without having to force them, I guess. That's a big thing for a lot of county departments. They don't realize them deputies out there, and troopers are the same way. They're out there on their own, hoping somebody's hearing where they're at. And, they're on, something's going wrong, they're on their way. Oh, goodness. There's a lot of good ones. I still laugh. I was new, and I was new, made a traffic stop on this lady. She was rolling along pretty good. And I walk up there and I give my spiel. Hi, I'm Deputy Standard with the Fulton County Sheriff's Office. Is there any reason for the speed today? And they're always like, oh no, I don't, that's usually what they say. But this lady, she was probably in her early 60s at the time. And she looks at me and goes, I am so sorry. I just got a new Metallica CD and I was just rocking. And what do you say to that? And I just said, rock on, and turned around and laughed. She was embarrassed, but I thought, I've never forgot that story. I just laugh about that. It has definitely opened discussions down our hallways about, what's this law going to mean? What is this law going to do to our ability to do police work? As I said, the community overall supports us, but when the media just portrays the minute bad of the policing profession, and they harp on it to get their news stories, it has a negative effect on everybody that's trying to do the job. Look, I had a deputy resign this week. He's taken another job out of policing. He's young. He's only got a few years on, and he just flat out says, I'm not doing this for 25 more years. And what do you tell him? When he sees this in the news every day. We are testing for new deputies. We've got open positions, and 8 people fill in an application. And by the time you go through your testing procedure, you have 3 or 4 people on a list for open positions, and You want people that are qualified to come do these jobs. But when they see the negative being portrayed on TV and, in the media, they don't want any part of that. They don't want to spend their career doing that. And it's hard to recruit, I guess. What do you say? Hey, look at the news. It's all great here. And even, you can't say that at this point. But everything's a pendulum. The early 90s, police could do no wrong. It's back, and this is as bad as I've ever seen it, but it's going to come back again. And I truly believe that. Honestly, they're trained better. The kids that we're hiring are intelligent. I am not techie at all. These kids, they come in and they can, get stuff on phones and computers, and they use computers and Facebook and all this, and they're solving crimes. Looking at social media. That's how it is. That's changed. We've got guys that'll get on Facebook and look at Joe Smith, and Joe Smith's friends with Mike, whoever, and then they start piecing together their friends and, just seeing what's happening. Some of the younger guys are very good at that. A couple of my detectives are very good at that. So, that helps. Stolen merchandise, they sell it on Marketplace. So it's a different way of investigating. That's better. They can get a lot of information pretty quick instead of going to knock on the door and say, hey, I need to talk to whoever. So, it's changed. That's better. But then again, social media is worse. You can't go to a tragic accident where there's a fatality. It used to be you'd try to make it to the person's house and make a notification with the coroner. And now you've got family members showing up on scenes, and you're trying to deal with the scene, but now instead of just the scene, now you're dealing with distraught family members, and that's worse. You can't control that situation when like we used to be able to control it, because everybody goes by with their cameras and, oh my gosh, and they're posting that, and it's out. So definitely worse there. Same advice I got, do the right thing for the right reason. You're not gonna solve all the problems. You are not gonna solve all the issues. You're not gonna be able to fix people that you can't fix, but you can go help them. You can do the right thing at the right time, in the right way. Maybe make a difference. And, have I made the difference in some lives over the years? I'd like to think so. Do people not like me because of my position? Absolutely. Just be honest. You can't fix everything. My profession is 99.9% good. And they get into the profession for the right reasons, whether they want to make a difference, they want to help their community. They're not trying to swindle anybody. But if unfortunately, you watch the media these days, they're going to show you this bad cop. Or if somebody gets arrested for a domestic or a DUI or anything, police officer arrested for domestic, police officer arrested for DUI. They don't ever say accountant arrested for domestic or school teacher arrested for, we're human. We make mistakes just like everybody else. They have bad home lives like everybody else, that sometimes spills out into the public. But the headline is always police officer, whatever. And we're just like everybody else. We're just trying to do our job. We're trying to help our communities. And sure, we've got some bad apples that need out of the profession. Hopefully, we will weed them out as we get a chance. You know, we are part of society, and we are what the community is like. I've not regretted doing what I do. So hopefully I've helped my community, and that's all I can ask, you know.